Hi, I'm Leigh Northrup. I'm a middle school teacher, makerspace facilitator, and on the side, love to do wood turning, power carving, a lot of digital fab stuff. So 3D printing, laser cutting, robots, like kind of all the nerdy, techie, wood carver, maker stuff. I was little, and my grandfather was a World War II vet, and downstairs in his basement, he had a workbench just covered in tools, and I think he was just basically hiding from my grandmother. But that's where he would spend all his time, and that quickly became my haven for making. And I would sit down there and just make stuff with him and hang out with him. And he taught me pretty much everything that I needed to know to get me started. And then as I kind of progressed into middle school, I started taking industrial arts class, and that turned into my absolutely favorite subject, because those people who know me know I'm not a huge book guy. Like I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I always have loved to make stuff, and that really lit the fire for me as far as having a place in school where I could really thrive. 100%, because I don't think a lot of kids always kind of feel like they fit into math class or like whatever, and they don't find their groove. And when they come into the maker space, they can learn how to power carve, they can learn how to turn, they can learn how to do woodworking or epoxy or making jewelry, and they find that kind of special connection, which is really cool for them. So power carving, I've absolutely loved that. It's given me the opportunity to have some kind of gateway maker tools that allow kids to be able to be creative really, really fast. I love the safety aspects of all the power carving tools, and the gateway to entry is just so unthreatening for a kid to just sit down and then, that you make something beautiful, like whether it's just a few lines in the wood, like all of a sudden you can say, wow, I did that. And then that even parlays to like the safety thing, which I've had a lot of blind kids in my space power carving, and they don't need their eyes to be able to see the awesome stuff they made. They can feel it with their hands, and that's another thing I absolutely love about power carving. Wow, this is a setup from Tiff, because years ago I was at Maker Camp and had the opportunity to try power carving with Tiff, and that was like the really first time I'd played with rotary tools, and I played with burrs, but never really was inspired. And I met Tiff, and she kind of showed me a few simple projects, a spoon, a scoop, and I was able to kind of have that. And I went right back to my shop, and I was like, this is something I need to do with the students at school, because I was so impacted by not just the tools, but the way Tiff taught me. And I really appreciated kind of that mentorship and guidance. And that had literally an immediate impact back in my classroom, as far as being able to empower kids with those tools.
It is intimidating, but once you get in here and having people guide you through it for your first time is the best.
Right, and those people, and you are a perfect example of that. Like, you brought me in and you're like, here, let's try power carving. Now 4 years later, like that is one of my favorite things to do. Like, it's that and the wood lathe are the two places I can actually turn my brain off. And if you know me as a person, I'm 100 miles an hour all the time, and I can't stop thinking. It's hard for me to sleep because my brain is always doing things. But when I'm power carving or when I'm turning a piece of wood, like I can stop, I can turn it off, and I can just float away into the maker world.